Welcome back.
Hi everyone! In this quiz on famous retired NRL players, you will name all the NRL clubs they played for in their career. There's 20 questions, and don't forget to comment your final score. Let's begin. Question 1. Can you name all the NRL clubs Jonathan Thurston played for in his career? The correct answer is Canterbury Bulldogs from 2002 to 2004 and North Queensland Cowboys from 2005 to 2018. So Thurston has been with 2 clubs and won a grand final with each club. Next question, folks. Can you name all the NRL clubs Will Hopoate played for in his NRL career? All questions are only for first-grade NRL clubs. The correct answer is 3 NRL clubs, which are Manly, Warringah Sea Eagles, Paramatta Eels and Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Question 3. Can you name all the NRL clubs Paul Gallen played for in his entire career? It's an easy one, guys. Paul Gallen has been with one single club his entire career, and the team is Cronulla Sharks. Next question, guys. Can you name all the NRL clubs Jesse Bromwich played for in his career? The correct answer is Melbourne Storm from year 2010 to 2022, and with the Dolphins from 2023 up to 2024 when he retired. Question number 5, guys. Can you name all the NRL clubs Blake Ferguson played for in his career? What do you think? The correct answer is 4 clubs, which are Cronulla Sharks, Canberra Raiders, Sydney Roosters and the Paramatta Eels. He also won the 2018 NRL Grand Final with the Chooks. Next question, folks. What about Darius Boyd? Can you recall all the NRL clubs he played for during his career? Well, Darius has been with 3 clubs his entire career. First with the Broncos, then Dragons, then to the Knights. He had also been under the same coach Wayne Bennett in all 3 clubs since the beginning of his career until the last 2 years of his career. Question number 7. Can you name all the NRL clubs James Maloney played for his entire career? What do you think? The answer is 5 NRL clubs, which are Melbourne Storm, New Zealand Warriors, Sydney Roosters, Cronulla Sharks, and lastly, Penrith Panthers. Next question. What about the former NRL player Ryan James? Can you name all the NRL clubs he played for in his career? Well, Ryan James has been with 4 NRL clubs, which are Gold Coast Titans, Canberra Raiders, Canterbury Bulldogs, which was a loan, and finally at the Brisbane Broncos before he retired at the end of 2022. We're on to question 9. Can you name all NRL clubs Mitchell Pearce played for in his career? The answer is 2 clubs, which are Sydney Roosters and the Newcastle Knights. Next question, folks. What about Brett Morris? Can you name all the NRL clubs he played for during his career? The correct answer is 3 clubs, which are St George Illawarra Dragons, Canterbury Bulldogs and the Sydney Roosters, and retired in 2021. Next question. What about this bloke? That's his twin brother Josh Morris. Can you name all the NRL clubs he played for in his career? The answer is 4 NRL clubs, which are St George Illawarra Dragons, Canterbury Bulldogs, Cronulla Sharks and Sydney Roosters, and he's been playing alongside his twin brother in 3 of these clubs. Next question, guys. Do you recognise this bloke? It's Michael Gordon. Now, can you name all the NRL clubs he played for in his entire career? The answer is 5 clubs, which are Penrith Panthers, Cronulla Sharks, Paramatta Eels, Sydney Roosters, and finally Goldcoast Titans, where he retired at the end of 2019. Next question. Can you name all the NRL clubs Greg Inglis played for in his career? Too easy. Answer is Melbourne Storm and South Sydney Rabbitohs. Next question. What about the famous Michael Ennis? Can you name all the NRL clubs he played for during his career? The answer is 5 NRL clubs, which are Newcastle Knights, St George Illawarra Dragons, Brisbane Broncos, Canterbury Bulldogs and Cronulla Sharks, until he retired at the end of 2016. Next question, guys. Can you name all the NRL clubs Benji Marshall played for in his career? The answer is 4 clubs, which are of course Wests Tigers, St George Illawarra Dragons, Brisbane Broncos and South Sydney Rabbitohs, where he retired in 2021. Next question. What about Aaron Woods? Can you name all the NRL clubs he played for in his career? The answer is 5 clubs, which are Wests Tigers, Canterbury Bulldogs, Cronulla Sharks, St George Illawarra Dragons, and lastly, Manly Sea Eagles, where he retired at the end of 2024 season. Next question, can you name all the NRL clubs Adam Blair played for in his career? The correct answer is 4 clubs, which are firstly Melbourne Storm, Wests Tigers, Brisbane Broncos, then finally with New Zealand Warriors, where he retired at the end of 2020 season. Question 18, folks. Can you name all the NRL clubs Corbin Sims played for during his career? He's one of the famous Sims brothers. The correct answer is 3 clubs, which are Newcastle Knights, Brisbane Broncos and St George Illawarra Dragons. Next question. What about this English fella? Do you recognise him? Yes, it's James Graham. Can you name all the NRL clubs he's been playing for? The correct answer is only 2 clubs, which are Canterbury Bulldogs and St George Illawarra Dragons. We're on the last question now. Can you name all the NRL teams Gerard Beale has played for in his career? The answer is 4 clubs, which are Brisbane Broncos, St George Illawarra Dragons, Cronulla Sharks and New Zealand Warriors. Well, that brings us to the end of this quiz. Please comment down your final scores and I'll see you in the next video because rugby league is the greatest game ever.